Hello, I'm Alina and I've been living in China for 5 years. My first video in English collected so many comments and I'm really surprised that some people reacted negatively on some of my statements, but there were not a lot of statements. I just basically showed my daily routine in Shanghai. The comments, divided in two parts. So the first group told me that I'm showing only good things, too great life to be true, while the other group were saying something like, you don't like China, if you don't eat Chinese food, just go back to your home country. If the life is so hard, why you don't leave China, and blah blah blah. And one of the most interesting things was when one person told me that I was paid by communists to record this video. This is really funny.
Just watch that video and let me know what you think. Now let's come back to lockdown topic.
When quarantine is over, I'd like to share with you my experience of my family, how we've been there during the quarantine time 2022. I just want to add some more information. During the quarantine, I really had a huge desire to leave China, but my home country started a war. I didn't really have many options where to go. When quarantine was over, we more or less came back to the same style of life. I finally could meet with my mother. We haven't seen each other for 4 years. I have a plan to study in Canada, so now I'm waiting for the documents. I'm waiting for an acceptance letter from Canadian college. Then I will apply for a study permit, so maybe I will leave China soon. I don't know yet. I will keep you updated about it. I have so many things to say, but I've decided to start with the quarantine because the one is fresh and there's still fear that it's gonna, start again, especially with what's going on right now. And let's get started. This summer, I'm going to celebrate 4 years in China, and this is my second quarantine. In 2020, we came back from Thailand, and we couldn't enter our compound easily because it was barred, and we were told that we have to stay at home for at least 2 weeks. But actually, it wasn't monitored strictly, so something like 3 days at home, and we went out to go buy some groceries and some food. All the restaurants in our area were closed, but we could use a subway, and we even traveled to the city center. We could buy food easily, and in general we felt okay, despite the fact that we actually lost our jobs. I was a photographer and my husband taught basketball in a basketball company. So we lost our jobs and we lost our income completely. So the boss of my husband paid us something like 2,000 RMB, but it wasn't even enough to pay for our flat rent. This time it was completely different. In other countries, Omicron is something like a flu now, and people don't pay much attention to it, but not in China. The situation was quite serious, and it's still serious now. I will share 6 scary and annoying things about this lockdown. First one, the thing that bothered us the most is we couldn't actually buy food. My husband literally started to panic when he realized that our fridge is, empty and we don't have enough food to cook. So the problem was they didn't actually get people to get ready for the lockdown and buy some supplies. They just told us, oh, you're locked. And no matter if you have food or no. One day they just barred the gate and they shut down all the deliveries, so we couldn't even buy, just as usual. We don't usually go to the store, we just buy delivery, we just order delivery, and all the food just coming to the door. Actually, it worked, but you had to spend a sleepless night to try order the food. And you know, it's just like in Black Friday, you have to click endlessly on this button, but nothing happens. And we tried it many times, but we couldn't order anything. When we finally found the way to buy food, which was just communicate with neighbors and participate in the group purchasing, they threatened us that this way will also not allowed soon. And we were like, alrighty then, so what are we going to eat? They told us that it's very dangerous, that there are crowded places when the truck with food is coming and people are going there to pick up their food, so it's dangerous and virus is spreading out there. But of course, it doesn't work for lines to the COVID tests, and we actually were tested, I don't know, sometimes it was twice a day. And this is number 3, COVID tests. I'm so fed up with this test. I don't know. It feels like it doesn't make sense because we were tested twice a day, even if we didn't leave our apartment. I still don't understand why they're doing this. And the most annoying thing is that the bell rang at about 7 o'clock. Also turned on the loudspeaker, and we live on the first floor, so we could see this guy just passing the window and, you know, letting us know, come on guys, go to the COVID test. So these are the last 2 tests we are going to take now, because we already done one in the morning, but okay, 2 more. Next, number 4 is COVID camps. All the people were so afraid to go there because I will just show you some videos.
This is not a place for human beings. Even the water is its source does not look clean.
How the light was all the time on. Who went there, they also shared the emotions that they could feel like they're in jail, and they even had some emotional breakdowns. I was also frightened as hell. So annoying thing number 5 is animals. So I was so afraid for my sweetie dogs that they could be in danger, because there were many situations when animals were killed. No one even was punished for that. So the volunteers or this medical staff, they just killed a couple of animals and they were forced to apologize, and I was afraid that if we got COVID, so my animals could die. So this is the most scary thing from the whole amount of scary things we experienced. And the last, and this is suicides and people that were in need of medical treatment, but they were not allowed out of their apartments or compounds. I heard the statistics that even some Chinese doctors talked about that many people died just because of the lockdown, but not because of the virus. So I don't know. This is really sad. I just want to remind you, please subscribe on my channel. See you later, guys. Bye bye. Пока-пока.